everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome to IMSA at Daytona. Yes, practice is well underway, ready for the 24 this weekend, so I thought, you know, to get myself up to speed and to practice lapping the GT3 cars, I would take part in a 45-minute race here from Daytona. Of course, got my setup on, haven't quite got the right livery yet on the car, but I must admit the old livery looks really, really good. This race doesn't quite go the way I wanted it to, but it was a lot of fun still, and has provided me with the practice I needed. So if you're new, get yourself subscribed. If you haven't tried out iRacing yet and you want to do so, there'll be a link to that and a few other affiliate links down in the description below. But yeah, let's do this thing. Well, here we are then, ready for 45 hopeful minutes from Daytona. I'm a little bit nervous for this one. It's quite a big GTP field here. Luckily, we've got no LMP2, so it is just us versus the GT3s. But looking forward to it, hoping we can keep it clean and tidy, and of course, yeah, use this as practice, ready for the weekend, of course. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Fuel should last about half an hour, and then obviously we'll have to pit with about 15 minutes to go just to get through to the checkered flag. But I just want to survive lap 1. And again, if we can bring the iRacing in the right direction, that would be rather nice as well. As waiting then to go green. Oh, I've been absolutely caught napping there. I've done a better job than the BMW on the outside of me. Luckily, the guys behind as well were a little bit further back, as one of the cars in front there going for a very aggressive cut in towards that first corner. Oh, there has been chaos. One car has gone. We did get a 0x there, so someone ran into the back of me that first corner. I didn't feel anything though, so hopefully that's not going to be too much of a problem. There's some big dives coming in. And on lap 1, lads, come on, keep it fairly clean and tidy. There's another BMW that's gone exploring. Lucky they hopefully won't get disqualified like we saw in the GT3 fixed race we did here a couple of days ago. But I mean, yeah, these guys, it seems to be the BMWs, I believe. Or might be the Acura, actually. But yeah, they're getting aggressive with each other early on. I haven't seen a Ferrari yet around me. There's one right behind, actually, of course. So I think that was the guy, well, that ran into me. As we will just about keep it going. I'll get a slow down there. We'll try and be careful back on the transition. We'll try and give up the time as soon as we can. And hopefully, I mean, we're going to take a couple of cones with us temporarily. But I'd rather that than the inevitable death that was going to happen if I tried to stay on the road there. So, yeah, not been the ideal lap 1. We've definitely lost a couple of places, which is not ideal. But we're surviving, and that's the most important thing. That's all I ever want to do inside the sim. Well, sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, this one, like I said, it's going to be more about learning than anything else. Just trying to settle in and feel out the car ready for the weekend. It does feel pretty good. It's also going to be a good experience of learning traffic management as well with those GT3 cars, because it wouldn't surprise me if I end up in a GTP, GT3 only field. The LMP2, I wouldn't say it's dying in sim, but it's certainly not particularly popular anymore as well there. But yeah, I think we're going up against a lot of guys that race the GTPs quite often. It's definitely a long way down. In some of my practice runs. Didn't get as much practice in as I would like. I, for some reason, thought this race started an hour later than it did. So I signed up with like 10 minutes remaining before it was green flag. So, yeah, didn't get as many laps in as I wanted to. But slowly have been trying to get up to speed with the car as the week has gone on. Now, I don't know how many GT3s are actually in this race. I forgot to check that before we went into it. But, yeah, we're going to be lapping them at least a few times during this race, so like I said, it gives us a good chance for practice. Oh, that's going to be a 1x and a slowdown as well. Knew I left it a gear too high. That was really, really silly. So just try and sacrifice the time as best as we can. Give BMW the run. He'll try and take the slipstream as well. So yeah, we have really dropped down towards the rear of the field early on here. A couple of really silly errors early on.
Left side, clear left, 15th place.
Whoa, someone tried to have a look. Thought he might just back out of that one, but apparently not. And well, certainly early on in this race, we have been absolutely rocked. Yeah, not going to happen there, sir. Two little mistakes early on. Admittedly, one of them I couldn't do a lot about. Yeah, we're going to have to try and fight our way back through. I think we need a top 10 if I wanted to gain any iRacing here, but other people will make mistakes and things like that as well. So certainly, you know, there is time for the race to come to us. You know, just by staying out of trouble will give you some good benefit towards the end. Struggling a little bit, we're trying to get the power down. Out to the back straight. But yeah, it feels nice to be back in the Cadillac. I haven't driven it, I don't think, since Petit Le Mans, which is obviously, what, October last year? So it has been a long old while, and I've certainly put some mileage in this car. I've got a fair bit of experience with it. Oh, that's not the line through there. That's a goner. Didn't want to do that, sir.
Bus stop. It looks like,
yeah,
Matthew,
I think that's...
predict your refuel window will open after 15 minutes. It should close at about 34 minutes.
So easy to do. I've seen it in every race I've done so far. But yeah, you just let the rear end get a little bit light on the way in, and it really, really costs you. Looks like we've got fairly competitive straight line speed as well.
V14.
Be nice to actually get a clean lap on the board in these next couple. But yeah, we've got a Cadillac in front then. So it's a battle of the Americans.
Schultz in. The gap's now 0.7.
I've got no idea. No idea this year whether I'm going to stick with the Cadillac throughout a lot of events or whether we're going to mix it up a bit more. But apparently, yeah, looking at some of the data, the Ferrari is quick. Ready for Daytona. So, yeah, that's certainly going to be interesting to see whether there's any comments about that. There might still be a BOP change before we get into the weekend. But, yeah, the Ferrari seems to have a good 3/10 on anything else from what I've seen so far. Some of you guys might know I've been debating, well, me and my team have been debating as to whether we were going to go with the Caddy or the Ferrari. We chose loyalty in the end, but it might be about to come back and bite us, depending on whether we see any tweaks and changes. There's a big gap in front of Raphael here, so if we do get past him, we can have a bit of clean air to try and get into the groove, as that was not the line again through the bus stop. And he's actually going to give me the inside line, so thank you very much. I appreciate that, sir.
Clear right.
And maybe we can try and drag him along with us then.
Williams, 129.8. Nice move, mate.
Already down in the 29s. He's rapid around here. There's now Raphael will try and get the run back on me, so we're looking fairly decent top end speed.
V13, you've just done a 131.6.
That's good to know that we can try and hold him off. So even if he does get a little bit of a run on me, hopefully we're going to be able to hold him off. And now it's just about trying to settle in. These cars get so light over the front end through those hairpins. So yeah, I reckon we have got the pace to match those two in front. See, they're a little bit disconnected from that bigger train. But of course, again, you know, lap traffic, things like that, makes all the difference in a race like this. You can easily lose 10-15 seconds just through bad timing, even in a 45-minute race as this one. Oh.
There's an incident in turn 7.
Or you can lose more time by doing that.
We've
already got a GT3 who is pulled over. Don't know whether they came together or what's happened there, but I guess we'll claim the freebies. And hopefully a little bit less to have to navigate. So yeah, we're running about 15 seconds quicker than the GT3s here, so what's that, every 6 laps we should be getting to them. So yeah, we will definitely lap them probably about 4 times then in this race, maybe just get a 5th, depending on how things work. But we need to be setting some good consistent lap times here. We've already pulled away. Raphael, yeah, is definitely struggling. Dropping back now behind Greg as well. So yeah, guys in front are doing low 31s. Just try and hang on in there. Don't want to use that curbing on the outside. We'll get away with it that time round. But yeah, those guys in front are fast, man. I've opted for quite a safe setup here for this race. Let's try and get up to speed, but maybe it's a bit too safe. Not providing us with enough performance. Of course, the 24 is all about just seeing the checkered flag, but yeah, that can certainly put a damper on your mood if you're just struggling for pace against other competitors. We did make a couple of little errors though on that lap. Just got to get a bit braver through the bus stop as well. This car has got the grip to make it happen. As P12 apparently would net us just a small amount of iRacing. So, I mean, if we can keep it there, that'd be quite good.
P13 behind is now 2.0.
I think if you're good at farming iRacing, this is certainly the week to be doing it. A lot of time. And obviously a lot of participation as well, as that's the line we need. Absolutely launch it through in 5th gear. So it will do it in 5th in the dry conditions. I don't believe there's any chance of rain in this race, luckily. I've been quite lucky so far with a lack of rain in the events I've done, so I'm going to knock it, but certainly just something I've noticed as GT3 traffic now starting to take effect. Let's see what we can do. Just got to try and, like I said, some of it is about learning kind of what they're going to be like relative to us.
These guys are scrapping for position. They might not see you.
So I believe it's an Audi. Oh no, that might be a Ferrari. First up then. Let's try and navigate. Now most of the lap obviously. Oh no, is that a McLaren? God, my GT3 spotting skills have fallen apart, it would appear. Ugh. First one immediately, just you think
On your right side's
you've
clear.
got to just follow your own racing line. That's the issue with the GT3s, is sometimes they just don't still. They try and do you favours and it just doesn't really work out. It's now under pressure from the guy behind. So I'm going to try and get around a few of these GT3s as quickly as possible.
Behind is now
Oh, this is
8
not good.
seconds.
All of them as we make our way in towards the bus stop. So we're going to have to take it nice and easy. Don't run into the back of the Corvette. Oh, the FPS as well, really suffering. So we go 3 wide on the exit. It's not ideal. Oh, again, the big old squeeze as he'll just about get through. Welcome to endurance racing. It is nip and tuck. There's Greg there, yeah, really giving me the room and no more. Over 200 miles an hour though.
Number 11 is leading the race.
Back
P8.
into turn 1. Almost get collected by a Porsche. I think Race Labs and Crew Chief are already struggling to work out what's going on here. So that doesn't bode well. So we'll try and see if we can switch the Corvette on the exit.
Car left. Clear left. There's a group of slower cars ahead. On your right. Clear right.
Oh, now again, Greg and I just having to be a little bit patient.
Clear right.
You know what?
On your right side.
We'll find an avenue. Never suffered with the
Still there.
FPS
Clear
as
right.
bad.
Left side. Clear left. Incident turns
Great.
clear left.
I knew that was coming. Oh no. That might be big damage.
6 incident points.
Oh no, we got wheel damage. That's a shame. Just could not throw off the speed after he ran into me. I don't know if that wheel's going to get worse and worse, but might have to go for a very early pit stop then. I don't believe we've got a meatball though, so hopefully it's not going to be kind of game over. But yeah, just you think with all the multi-class traffic around, we try to be
Left
patient,
side.
not run into the back of the GT3 car in front, but that has really compromised us here. I might just, I mean, we should be able to get to the end if I pit now. I don't know how bad the optionals is going to be.
Slower class cars ahead.
But yeah, suddenly this is a lot more of a race then about our own kind of competition. So yeah, right down the end of the pit lane though, you can see one GTP's already gone. Hopefully if the optionals aren't too bad. Oh, I've left tyres going on, that's a shame. Don't need those.
Front left.
So we're
97%.
gonna
Rear
cost
left,
ourselves a bit
98.
more. Yeah, no tyre wear have been done so far. So we'll just put the front 2 in. We'll try and get some of those optionals done. As oh, there we go. So we're gonna try and serve some of these optionals. I don't know how many I really want to take, to be honest. I might just do it all. So then we've just got a healthy car ready for the rest of the race there. But obviously we'll have a look at that one on the incident report. But yeah, I mean, trying to recover what is basically a lap towards the end of the afternoon might be rather difficult, but people will make mistakes. There will be incidents with the GT3 cars, and like I said, this one is far more about just trying to get to the end, learning and taking that kind of experience with us.
Car number 42 is now leading.
I'm also looking at it, going, if we take the 30 seconds, then we definitely, well, we shouldn't need to fuel up again by the end of the race. So, yeah, it might mean that we're not in many battles for the rest of the afternoon, but hopefully it is still going to provide us with the experience that we need there. 10 seconds left on those optional repairs. We actually haven't lost that many places yet either, which is quite good going. Yeah, Raphael in the pit lane, so it was a 21-car GTP split. There you go. So cool. I love that so much. The bump start finally been added to these cars is such a welcome addition. So I think we're going to come back out pretty much exactly, well, a lap down, but where we were in this race. So let's just try and get on with it.
Right side's clear.
There's going to be someone making their way at the pit lane.
Clear right. Pit window is open. Your tyres are cold. Watch out.
So yeah, we've just got new front tyres on it for no reason.
Car number 32.
We might have been able to serve more of our optionals there. So that's actually the leader of GT3. So we're still ahead of them, which I guess is a good thing. You've got to be so careful with these cars on cold tyres. Obviously, we've not got much fuel in it, but when it's loaded up, then yeah, it's got to be really, really careful. So, yeah, I mean, this is going to be potentially now quite a lonely race. Obviously, no chance of safety car or anything like that. We're down to P19, but we'll keep trying to monitor the gaps to the guys in front. You know, maybe there's a couple of guys that we're going to have to pace over anyway. I mean, this is now a race more about trying to hold on to the iRacing as best as we can. Of course, as always is the case, as soon as I get over 2k, I immediately go and lose it all. Minus 54 iRacing if we finished here, so that would actually be enough still to keep us above the 2k threshold, unless I'm going to lose another couple of spots from others as well that it just hadn't registered yet. Has gone past me. No, I think we are in a legitimate P19, so... Anyway, I don't know how much time you lose by pitting here anyway. Crew Chief is just making his own lies up. But less than half hour to go. So, made it a decent little chunk into this race. And, well, I'm impressed that damage only was a minute, because the wheel was definitely pulling. But, you know, that's by the by. And you're kind of looking at it going, well, if they lose over a minute in the pits, anyway... We're suddenly then not that far behind a few cars still in this one. And we'll still get all the fun of trying to go around the GT3s. Plus we are, again, on a very alternate strategy now to everyone.
Turn 5. We think it might be Nakayama. The car ahead is James. Car number 30.
There you go. Nakayama is one of the guys lower down the order, so it does just take a couple of errors for people. We will hopefully be able to capitalise. Apparently there is a fix for race labs to get it to work out how many cars are actually there now. I just haven't updated it in forever, it feels like. So our lap was a 3:08, so yeah, we basically have lost an entire lap. We should gain some of that back though, I want to say. I think we should. It might just be whether we get to the end on the amount of fuel we got in the car. It might well be that we have to lose a lap as such, just to make sure.
16th place.
But now we seem to be, well, nowhere near any of the GT3s. That's not what you want to do at turn 1. So this is basically a private test session now. Or a public test session, I should say. I mean, 7x. Could we gain some SR by the end of it? If we kept it perfectly clean from now, maybe just. Because that's something I've been trying to work on as well. Keep my SR nice and high. So he almost immediately picks up a 1x. Whoa. I mean, like I said, other drivers will make mistakes. There will be incidents with GT3 cars and things like that. So we've just got to be there ready to capitalise. Hopefully we can get like a top 15 or something like that by the end. I mean, the car does feel perfect again. Just don't feel like I can take that in 5th anymore, though. Maybe I never could. Yeah, I think everybody behind me is out of this. So we are just like the last remaining car in GTP that is still out there running. No idea where the GT3s are, though. I guess if we just got back ahead of the leader. Then
Right, the guy ahead of us is
there
car
they are.
number 32, 14th. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 2. Sector 3 time is quick. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
So we're losing about a second, it reckons, and most of that comes through this first sector of the lap. I know we're not doing particularly great lines down at turn 1, but the rest of it feels fairly hooked up, I want to believe.
The next car is Nakayama, car number 42, and their rating is 1.8.
We should be quicker than him then. So I was watching some of the IMSA Daytona race, or the iRacing IMSA I should add, and some of the lines those GTP drivers take as well there. You really are trying to maximise the track width as best as you can. It's quite impressive. So there we go. Oh no, that's a 1X. I thought we'd just like keep it clean, but apparently not. Oh, see, we've already gained 1 spot then. We're back into P18. They will slowly come back towards us. Say, even if we just lose, say, 20 iRacing rather than 50, it's helpful.
P11.
Just going to try and push for some faster laps. That's all we can really do. I want to be comfortably down probably either 30s or 31s. Also, I guess the good thing is we're not struggling with the FPS anymore. Mainly because we're not completely surrounded by other cars and things, but and again, I'd rather like have that damage on the wheel now than during the 24. Yeah, I'm using 4th for safety through there, especially when it's loaded up with fuel. Just think it's a better bet for me to make sure we get the front end dialed in. Maybe if we could be more aggressive on the apex curbs, then we can try and get the nose to rotate through a bit better, but yeah, it's just not working for me. Last lap was a 31.8. This one is going to be
3.5 seconds. 1 lap
31.8.
8th place. Sector 1 is 0.5.
So at least we're consistent, I guess.
We need to find a 10th in Sector 2. Sector 3 times okay.
Yeah, it reckons we're losing 6/10 through kind of the tighter part of the lap.
Slower class car ahead.
And here we go then, back with the GT3s.
Car left. Clear left.
That's okay.
That's halfway. We think about 20 minutes of fuel left.
Oh no.
Flag.
Crew chief doesn't reckon we got enough fuel. Well, hopefully, obviously within the next 10 minutes, we'll obviously have had all the other GTPs in, so we'll have a better idea of what we're trying to chase. Whether there's going to be anybody sensibly close enough we can try and hang towards the end of this, but that is a big stack of GT3 cars still. They bunched up very nicely here. That can work for you or really hinder you. It doesn't stop us trying to get the run.
car number 22.
What's going
is now
on
leading.
here? There you go, we have got already
Coming up on
a
some
couple of
slower
cars diving
These
into the
guys are busy
pits.
fighting. They might not notice you.
Right, what's going on here, lads?
Come on, let's put this on your right.
Just
Clear right.
forming a
E7.
wall down at turn 1.
Blue flag.
Again, just
Car
trying to take
left.
it easy.
Clear left.
Don't want to upset too many of them.
Left side. Clear left. Blue flag. Car left. Coming up on clear left. Left side.
Whoa.
Clear left.
Whoa, there was a big crash behind.
We think P3.
Just seen one of the GT3s get sent to the shadow realm. No idea what happened there. I think Cadillac, though, is going to get the run on me this time. I don't believe there's any blue flag rules in IMSA. I mean, we'll get around these guys and I will let him by. Might not even get a say on the matter, to be honest. Just want to try and get around these two. Oh, we're not going to get a chance, though. Nice and easy.
Clear left. Car right. Clear right.
Yeah, we'll let him by turn 1, though.
Car number 41 is now in the lead. Car right. He's still there.
Just a quick blip out of the throttle.
Clear right. Car in front is James. Car number 13. Qualifying pace now. Come on, you can salvage something here.
It's
P11.
not my fight at the moment, and maybe he can drag me along. Yeah, I think my lack of confidence, though, is mainly down at turn 1. Seems to be where I feel like I'm definitely leaving time on the table. Try not to run too wide through there, because I don't think you're really going to be able to lean on it during the 24 with obviously all the new marble updates and things. Oh, hello. That was a bit sketchy.
Car right. Right side's clear. The gap to P7 behind is now 4.7 seconds. One lap ahead.
Yeah, so we shouldn't get lapped by, or yeah, we shouldn't go a lap down temporarily to anyone else. Our last lap was a 36.6. That's how easy we had to take it.
Is pitting.
Deary me.
You're approaching some slower cars. These guys are fighting for position.
I
Left
get my
side.
throttle.
Clear left.
Nice and easy.
Clear left.
Wonder if we are going to be able to fight with anybody towards the end. We might be a bit screwed on fuel here, actually. I think we're going to be about 1 lap short, which would be a bit of a shame. But, you know, you don't know if you don't try. Kind of depends on where leader will be. Ugh, it might not matter anyway if we run out of fuel. If we're not really fighting with anybody. I mean, look how much time we've lost to Johnny. Admittedly, we did get a bit more unlucky again with the traffic, but yeah, it's how quickly that gap can open up. But again, obviously when you're in a 24-hour race, you'd rather not risk it with the GT3s. It's just not worth it.
The leader, Fletcher, is pitting. There's an incident in turn 12.
More chaos.
Jenny, car number 3, is now leading.
Yeah, Race Labs is completely lost with where I am. He thinks we're going to gain some iRacing, which I don't think's going to happen.
And their rating is 1.8.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and find a fix for that.
P7, that was 131.8. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Yeah, so I seem to be just wedged in the 31.8 at the moment. Not particularly impressive lap times, to be honest, but they'll have to do.
You've got half your fuel left.
Shame we just can't get the lap times of the guys in front or around. So there's 32 seconds to James in front. We have actually got someone behind us. He's only a minute back. So I guess there is still some at stake in this race. Come on. Ooh. Gotta be so careful with that bump on the exit. Okay, now it's saying Brian's a lap in front of me. I don't know what it's doing. Even iRacing can't keep up with what's going on. It's only a 45-minute race. So rather peculiar. That might have been a good lap time though.
That lap time was 1:31.6.
There we go. See, that's a bit better. 35.8. Definitely is time in it then.
15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go. Nice and smooth. Don't overdrive the car.
Into the final third though. Oh, we're up to P17. I guess that's good. Keep claiming the freebies.
You're coming up on a slower class car.
I wonder if people mess around with the battery usage a bit more now. Well, that's something I'm just not doing.
The gap to P4 behind is now 2.6 seconds. One lap in front.
Oh no, Porsche. Oh no, it's a Merc. Oh, my GT3 spotting abilities are terrible. Ugh.
Car left. Clear left.
I think he got a little bit panicky about where I was, but yeah, now we're starting to actually get lapped for real by some of these guys. That's a bit of a shame.
Williams, car number 33, is leading the race.
We did lose nearly a lap though from obviously the damage, so
6th place. Sector 1 is...
it's probably about a minute of actual time lost because obviously we don't have to put as much fuel in the car.
You need to find a 10th in Sector 3. You're approaching a
so
group of
sorry.
slower cars.
That was
Clear
way
car
more
left.
aggressive than I intended.
Clear left. The driver in front of us, left side. Clear car, clear left.
Ah! There was no contact at least, but yeah, that was optimistic by me there. Probably shouldn't have gone for that one.
Left side. Clear left.
I always think that transition's a really difficult one to try and get past them as well. Just don't feel like you carry much speed off the exit relative to a GT3. We're up to 16th. Definitely a few more coming our way. So I think we should safely stay above 2K iRacing, which is good. Sometimes you just got to be there to the flag to gain some iRacing. It's an important life lesson.
The next car is Brian, car number 41, and their rating is 1.8.
Oh.
There's a group of slower cars ahead. These guys are busy fighting each other.
No idea where that GT3 car was coming back on, but we've survived. Yeah, lap times are still a little bit all over the road, but... Ooh, huge stutter there.
10 minutes
I mean, that's typical, isn't it? RTX 5090 is meant to be coming out within the next week or two. And suddenly my 3090, or Nvidia's going, Yeah, I'm really struggling. You could do with a replacement. Oh, just awkward positioning again.
Car right. Right side's clear. Car
Thank you.
Right. Clear right.
Did try and make it obvious which side I was going to go, just to make life easier for everybody. Again, it is just all about everybody being predictable. It's not that difficult to get around lap traffic. There's a nice line apparently on the exit. Needing a fair bit of delta time. I get as much slipstream as we possibly can off those GT3s.
Car ahead. E9. Come on, mate. We really need to get the hammer down now. That lap time was 1:32.0.
That was okay. We're almost back at the front of the GT3s then, so I guess that's good. Looks like top two have been able to break away nicely from everybody else. Yeah, leaders definitely got a little bit more.
Including their class leader. 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes.
10 minutes to go, though, of this race.
Left side. Clear left.
Corvette looks to be fast. Those guys running towards the front. Nice Repsol livery, that thing looks good. There we go. How much fuel have I got then? I reckon we've got 5 laps worth and there's just under 10 minutes left. No idea what the gap is. The guy behind 3 laps to Shinya behind, so it might well be that we just run out of fuel with a couple of laps to go. Which would be a bit of a shame to end, but maybe we'll pit. I don't know.
Come on, man, this is disappointing. There's decent pace in this car. P11. That lap was a 1:32.3.
Give me a little bit of a break, crew chief. There wasn't a lot I could do in the incident I got involved in. Just be happy that we're still out there running. Maybe we'll get one more freebie by the end. Who knows? Yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to pit, though. I was kind of hoping the fuel would go just over half an hour, and in reality it's just under half an hour that it actually lasts. A little bit of a shame. Yeah, it looks like George, though, at the front is rapid. 13 seconds clear of Johnny, 22 seconds clear of Sean.
That lap was a 1:31.5.
There we go, that was another good lap. 31.4 that time. Okay, we haven't got to deal with the lap traffic. We are definitely getting faster. That's good. We've got one more guy not too far behind. He'll get to me pretty soon, I would have thought. I think the fact we've been able to hold our own pace-wise, admittedly we are on slightly less fuel, is probably a good sign.
5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Yeah, there we go. Fuel warning lights just come on. We've got 3 laps worth. Or at least we're not going to lose any more because of it, I guess. Far behind, far enough back that it won't make a difference. To be honest, 45 minutes here as well has actually flown by. Oh, another 1x, that's silly. Especially as we've got such a nice run as well. I like how brutal it is with the apron now. It really does not let you do it.
Incident in International Horseshoe.
Yeah, we definitely lose a bit in turn 1.
Laps behind.
It's just about how early you can get on the throttle on the exits. You're trying to avoid, again, the traction bog. That's the line we need through there. Just got to get wedged over the inside of that curve. It really works nicely. It's fine, a couple of extra tenths because of it. Oh, guy might get a run on me back in towards turn 1.
5 minutes left.
There we go, that's the line we need. Well, hopefully this is pretty much going to match the lap time we did last time round, just without the 1x. So, I mean, we were running kind of... Obviously, I know the fuels are different and everything like that, but I reckon we probably found half a second in this race.
P6.
We'll let him by.
That last lap was what car left? Clear left. Very little fuel left. In this lap. Box this lap.
Yeah, you're going to have to dive in the end of this one, though. That's a bit of a shame. Yeah, 31.278.
There's a group of slower cars ahead.
Zebra's very deep. Not sure if that's the line he's intending on taking every time round, but fair play to him.
Car left. Clear left.
I think that's the guy that hit me earlier on. Could be wrong.
1 gallon remaining.
How much speed can we get from the slipstream then? Not a lot, actually. The slipstream isn't as effective in these cars. And, of course, through here, I'm sure we're going to lose loads. So difficult to just try and get him to hook up. Yeah, we didn't lose too much time, but we definitely lost a bit. Right, we'll take a tiny bit of fuel. I'm definitely going to not bother with tyres for 2 laps. Trying to sort out that one.
What's your speed? Pit lane speed limit is 55.
I'm gutted we couldn't quite get to the end, but you know, we've got to look at the positives. At least we're going to be able to enjoy the spool up of this car once again. I mean, this is going to be an incredibly short stop.
That's half a gallon of fuel left.
Pretty much up on the jacks, and then
left, 92%. Left rear,
it's just going to be straight back off again.
Jenny, car number 3, is now in the lead.
Ha ha! Every time that puts a smile on my face. I love it. It's so cool. Well, we've got, I think, 2 more laps to go then, including this one. Again. Oh no, we're not going to come out in some traffic. Got a little bit of a gap to Tobias behind. And these could have been some of the guys we were battling with. Had things not gone badly wrong for us.
Hill, car number 20. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Come on, mate. I mean, now we should all be equal on fuel again. This guy is sliding around. So So leader's doing 31s. Yeah, we're going to have... Oh no, he's just crossed the line, hasn't he? So we're going to get 2 more after this one, sorry.
25.
Unless he decides to do something... Oh no, he wouldn't have the time to anyway. So yeah, 2 more laps after this one then, by the looks of it. It's all about making those double right-handers just one smooth corner. See if we can unlap ourselves from Davidas. I think the slipstream's a bit more powerful if you're right in the wheel tracks of someone. You just laser in on people, don't you? All these cars not running much downforce. Ugh. Definitely broke earlier than I was expecting. Oh no. Yep, that seems about right. Get off the road. Just get out of the way. We had a bit of time. Damn it, man. An annoying 2x towards the end. Got 2 behind that are giving each other a hard battle, so we'll make sure we're out of the way of them. I'm going to watch these 2 battle, I think, towards the end.
Right side's clear. Looks like P4 has binned it in turn 6.
Oh. Someone binned it? I mean, if it was big damage, then maybe we could get something out of it, but I want to watch these 2 have a go. Francois and Aiden. An interesting combination. Oh, cone there. Careful of that one. But 1 more lap to go then. Time has ticked over here at Daytona. A bit of a rougher race than I would have wanted, but, you know, that's by the by sometimes. You can't have perfect races every time in the sim, and I'm just a little bit gutted. Yeah, that Corvette just nicked me. We just could not quite scroll off the speed, but we can try and go for 1 more fast lap then before this race is done and dusted. Hopefully we're going to get a little bit of slipstream from those 2 in front. We'll just see what we can do. 12x as well doesn't really do me any favours. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look through the incident report.
You've used half your fuel.
And hopefully, yeah, we will have stuck above 2K iRacing as well. Let's go for it. Race isn't over.
Flag. 1 more to go. Very little fuel left.
Why they're so slow into 1? Race isn't over, mate. What is this? I think he thought it's done for because the 45 minutes is gone. Well, he's absolutely cost himself a chance at Aiden in front if he did. Right, mate, I think we're going to have a bit too much GT3 traffic.
Left side.
And we'll get down
Clear
the inside,
left.
I suppose.
There's a group of slower cars ahead.
Oh yeah, that McLaren's going to be in the way. There goes my fastest lap attempt, or personal best, I should say.
Car right. Clear right. Clear
Yeah,
left.
no idea what Francois has done in front, but I think he thought the race was over before it was. But
You've got
either
1
way,
car left.
George is going to take the win. 17 seconds clear of Johnny in the end, so he was rapid right the way throughout that one. Got to stop 1 final time.
running on
Oh,
fumes,
messed that
mate.
up. Roy Lee, cone. Yeah, Sean's going to come through for P3 though ahead of Greg, so that's who we were battling with early on. Admittedly, he was a lot faster than me, but it gives us an idea of where we could have been had we not got taken out here. But I think a few more cars survived than I hoped would in the end. We didn't claim as many freebies back, but we did get 3 free spots. So I don't think we can complain too
That's
much.
the end of the race.
When all
Never
is said
mind.
and done, where on earth are you going, sir? But anyway, let's go take a look at our incident report, and then, of course, as always, our final race results. Well, let's take a look then at our incident report, and things kicked off immediately down at turn 1. I mean, that was just optimistic, and that's a real shame for the guy in front whose race has been ruined at the very first corner. I mean, he's a good 5-6 car lengths back. He's never in for it, still goes for it, and just tips the other guy out into a spin there, so disappointment for him. Have a look from his POV. I mean, yeah. What on earth are you meant to be able to do there? I think he was able to keep going, though. So, yeah, just not too much damage, but certainly still disappointing. Down at turn 1. Oh, here we go. This is the BMW as well, who just got back on the road, immediately drops it over the curb. And that was the guy that we saw, didn't we? trying to get back through the infield as well, not long after that. Next one then, this was the Cadillac that span right in front of me. Just again, I mean, we almost dropped it trying to get out of the way as well. He'll hold his brake though, luckily. Generally, I feel like GTPs are slightly better at holding their brakes than occasionally some of the racing in the other classes. What on earth happened to this guy? Just down at turn 1, I think it just ran off. And we'll carry on with it. Oh, again, this guy just getting looped it around, though. Like the Miami Vice livery, that's pretty cool. And, again, not so sure about that rejoin. Oh, this was... Oh, so that was the guy that got tagged at turn 1, who we were behind then. Yeah, just... I didn't realise he nicked the guy in front, actually, on the way in there. Just skimmed him. That upset the front. And, yeah, you're going straight off. And I think that was race ruined for him. This was the Porsche I saw that was just on the... grass, so I got no idea what kind of happened to him or what was going on in his head. My guess is not a lot. So here we go. BMW, is this just going to be another one? Yeah, as you get on the transition, it can be so difficult to get that power down. Nice little 360 though for style points, and well, there we go. We're going back through again, as there was the Porsche on the outside of the circuit. Alpine livery back into turn 1. It's just again going to be someone nicks the wall. Or even netcode there. This one, though, doesn't look like it'll be. Oh, yeah, netcode with the Porsche again. A little bit unlucky there. Here we go. Ferrari. Haven't seen many of them. Just a bit optimistic there, weren't you, sir? And, well, you're going to pay the price for it. Getting spat out over the Corvette's nose. Was this me going through? No, this was a different one. Corvette there just getting involved. And here goes a Cadillac out of nowhere. In fair play, dodged that one fantastically. Here was the incident I was involved in. So as you can see, Corvette comes to the left. We go to the right just to get underneath him. I then brake nice and easily just not to run into the back of the Ford. And then we just can't scrub off the speed. Just nick the wall. Yeah, I feel like we were a bit unlucky there. There goes the BMW, sending the Corvette to the Shadow Realm. And, well, somehow, yeah, he kind of survives that one. What else have we got going on? That's optimistic. I mean, that's just a wipeout, isn't it, really? I mean, that's so optimistic into the bus stop. You're barely braking. Why on earth do you think you're going to be able to outbrake someone from that far back on the way in? I mean, you were never going to make it with the line you were taking anyway. Never mind the fact there was another car there. So, yeah, disappointment there. Any others? We've just got a lot of this Alpine for some reason. Oh, there we go. He did go for a spin. I know it's an Acura, not an Alpine. A little bit wide, through someone, bobbled out over the curb. Smack. Straight in the wall. And that does a surprising amount of damage to these cars as well, which is a bit of a shame. I'm surprised we've seen so few GT3 cars with incidents as well here. Here we go, there might be another one. I love that Mr. Sparkle livery. I mean, you've just moved him. Like, you haven't tried to go around in there, you've just gone, my car's faster, therefore you will move out of the way. Here we go, McLaren. Oh, yeah, too busy focused on the GTP. We'll send the Porsche for a punt through the grass. Will they all get away with it? Yes, they just about will. Cadillac, I believe this has been a lot of incidents. McLaren, I mean, you can't go around them through there. So I think this was this the car? Yeah, we saw, and then, so a real unfortunate event there for the Corvette. So McLaren trying to just straighten out on the brakes. Bang! Straight into the Corvette. At least, I guess, you know, the Cadillac that caused all that in the first place will also pick up a bit more damage as well in the process there. Here we go. Again, the Cadillac. He's got an Acura this time. I mean, you've just ran into him there, haven't you? That's not very good. Don't know if there was netcode or what was going on there, but absolutely faced the punishment. And another one. I mean, you've got to appreciate you can't outbrake people by that much in these cars. It just doesn't really happen, as that's another optimistic one. And the poor McLaren there. Yeah, kind of just meeting destiny. I mean, what do you make of that one? Like, he's coming from way too far back. The McLaren, though, he's just gone for it, hasn't he? There was netcode involved. And I can't see what happened to the McLaren in the aftermath, sadly. Yeah, not too sure about that. And there we go. That's all of our incidents. There were a lot there. But now the moment of truth. How much iRacing did I lose? Well, there we go, then taking a look at our final race results. Minus 0.62 safety rating was not what I needed. 37 iRating loss, though. That could have been a whole lot worse there in the end, as it will be George that takes the win ahead of Johnny. Sean comes through for P3 ahead of Greg, Liam even, and Drew there. Malcolm in 7th ahead of Ilna, Dividas and Tobias rounding out our top 10. I think, yeah, Greg, that was rapid. 23rd to 4th there. Really good job done by him. And some really, really good lap times as well. Who wins the instant point award? Someone actually got a drive-through at the end of that. 18 instant points, so that's pretty good going. We ended up with 12 there, so not happy with that. I think it was one of the guys right towards the front, actually. I think it was... There we go. Greg and Drew both got 2 instant points in that race as well, so they did a really good job at keeping things clean and tidy there. But thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed. I know it wasn't the perfect race, but I learned a lot as well. And yeah, we'll be back very soon with more iRacing content.